How we doing? How we doing? We are live. Pick Central today. Brandon still not doing well. Mincy's at some baseball game. Big Ev's got the cough. So I got a ragtag crew today. Didn't I ask somebody else? Or was it just us four?
You got the smokes in here?
We should.
Nah, fuck Tommy. Let's just do us four.
Yeah, I feel like I was inspired.
Fuck Tommy. Let's do us four.
I mean, we just passed the Lummox, who is ragtagging about pissing on the U.S. Constitution and saying that he will not be bunkering soldiers from the British royalty. That was a legitimate conveation.
He really is something else, man. Big T's. We were just saying he's the first one to go if anyone ever came into this office. But, yes, Pick Central today, me, Smitty, Glenny, and my king, Spider. Do you think Spider looks like a mini me?
A mini Mush or Vern Troyer?
Take, realistically, you guys both have a nice beard rocking.
He came and celebrated my birthday on Saturday, not like Glenny.
Great time.
Because
Thanks for having me.
Glenny went to my own spot with his friends on my birthday.
You waited so long to fucking let me know you were doing something for your birthday.
I told you. Regardless,
I also made the plans on Monday. I'm retired from going out in New York. I've said that. I'm literally retired from going out in New York.
Regardless, my family was like, Spider looks exactly like just my younger brother. So what do you want to talk about first, Smitty?
What do I want to talk about first?
Yeah.
Well, now that we got the balls in here, we can talk about how balls doesn't like Valor being stolen off the balls.
Yes, I would like. Yes, I want to bring that up.
I mean, can I also clarify before we bring this up that you guys brought this up today? Like,
yes,
I'm not like walking around angry about it.
Yeah, but we know it kind of irks the balls.
Let me preface
2 points of issue.
First question: is that did you bring an ice cream sandwich?
I did not.
That's just there?
I think that's just there.
That's astronaut food, right? That's a dehydrated ice cream sandwich.
So it's been here. Is this like a Nick bit?
No, someone passed those out. Colby had one yesterday in the control room. I made him open it so I could see what it's all about. It's actually pretty terrible.
I would imagine.
Yeah.
All right, so Balls was a notable first inning, no runs guy. Right.
See, I don't like where we're going with this because once again, you guys are bringing this up like I'm actually mad about it, and I'm not.
If I'm wrong when I say it, okay, you could. If I say something wrong, you could tell me. Glenny Balls is a notable first inning no runs guy. In 2018, me, Smitty, Colby, Glenny, a couple other people had a no runs first inning group chat, and then all of a sudden, Eddie just texts Glenny, was like, "Hey, we got a bet in the Barstool Sports book. Me, you." And Clem, no innings first, no runs first inning.
The BEC.
The BEC.
Great bet.
Like, well, it's a great bet, but it's like, hey, that was yours.
See,
could have been the Glenny.
So to preface this, what happened? I don't care. You know, I don't care. What's the difference? As long as it's in there and it's a great bet. But yeah, no, we were just saying because we were in Philly that day, and you could parlay the first inning no runs. So we hopped on one. Eddie's, of course, in Illinois. He hopped on it, and he said, that was a fucking very, very fun bet. And lo and behold, he made the BEC. Eddie created the BEC. I will say, like, obviously, I love Clem. Everybody loves Clem. I don't know where Clem came in as the third one. He was just like, let's get Clem in.
You needed a C.
He was just like, let's get Clem in. And I was like, yeah, I don't care.
Well,
I've never associated Clem with first inning no runs before.
Well, first of all, Clem is the perfect one because BEC,
of course.
bacon, egg, and cheese, balls,
That's
Eddie
what I
Clem.
thought it meant.
Yeah.
Thanks for explaining it because I was
BEC,
lost.
Balls, Eddie Clem.
Yeah.
Also, bacon, egg, and cheese.
What other C got passed up here? Who's a C?
There was no debate on who the C's
Carl and Chief.
All the people in his office.
Yeah, pretty much.
But the funnier one today was brought to my attention. That guy still works here.
By the way, can I just say we're on?
Come on.
Can I just say?
I haven't seen him. I haven't seen him.
Come on.
I didn't see him.
That was mean.
We're in the middle of a pandemic.
Zog got a kick out of that.
Well, he's the one that stole like 4 chicken Chick-fil-A.
No, I think he got framed, right?
He took a few, but that was the worst day. Fuck that day.
I took 2.
You want to know why that was the worst day? Because I know people took 2 that didn't raise their hand. And Dave asked 2 took 2.
The dog.
Then there's multiple people that did it, and that's trash bag shit.
Who took 2? I don't even remember.
Who else took 2?
I'm not gonna say it. No, I'm not saying.
You have one name?
Bob is look at Bob in the back. He's pointing me.
Yeah, I bought some sandwiches. I went and bought like 15 sandwiches at Chick-fil-A that day and brought them back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but after what happened? After you took 2?
Yeah, I took 2, but I showed up late to it, and then
That's still
like,
a good move.
Yeah.
But today was brought to my attention a very funny one with Balls. It's that Glenny Balls is like a Stu Leonard stan. Like, he's the one that brought it to people's attention, telling people about it. And Large has stolen your valor of Stu Leonard's about how because you said that because Clem and
Large have like a Stu Leonard's like gang.
Yeah, but no, you said Clem and Eddie, they still involve you. You're tagged in all of it, but like Large just kind of takes Stu Leonard's from you and doesn't even involve you.
I'm like the McDonald brothers.
You introduced Large to Stu Leonard.
Large is Ray Kroc. I'm the McDonald brothers. Can
I ask Large to come in?
You can. I mean, I don't really want to because I don't give a fuck.
Whoa.
Like you got.
Sounds like you do.
Like, do I walk around complaining about this?
No, you don't. But this is something you gotta get down to. You have to.
I mean, we could easily get down to it. There's literally Large was on Barstool Breakfast, obviously, when we would do our fantasy football Sundays. I was their fantasy football manager. We would do it with Lisa Ann. There is definitely footage somewhere of me explaining to Large what Stu Leonard's is, and then within weeks he was at Stu's with Stu.
I mean,
you know what I would do? Meet Stu Leonard.
Wait. Stu Leonard's a real person?
Yeah,
I've been to the place. It's great,
today.
By the way.
It's a great place. Yeah,
it's a fantastic place. Like, I don't want any animosity. I'm talking about
this
Stu's.
is not
animosity.
I mean, who's got animosity? We're talking about fucking Stu Leonard.
Stu's is my place of happiness.
I'll be honest. I, for one, am just very grateful that Large introduced me to Stu Leonard.
There's no animosity at Stu Leonard's. It's only animatronics, which makes it also fucking sick. They got ice cream.
Stu's is the happiest place in the world. Like, I don't
Large
get
is
angry about
coming in right now. Let me mediate it first. I'll explain it to him so he has a fair chance to talk about it. But this is just an amazing development we have going on right now. So Large is walking into Pick Central. Yeah, you can go wherever you like, Large. Nice to see you. Great shirt. So we have to let me
What am I walking into?
So we got to talk to you about something. So we're talking about stolen valor, right?
Right.
And you stole something from Glenny.
Glenny, what did I steal?
So you, my friend, are a big...
Wait. Before you say it, can I clarify one thing, Large?
Go ahead, you better.
I really don't care. You know, I love you. They're just trying to get me angry.
But he does care a little bit.
You brought it up today. I didn't bring it up.
It's got to be Stu Leonard's.
Yeah, he knows.
Right.
So he knew.
There's two guys here that went to Stu Leonard's before me. Clem and Glenny Balls.
I probably did too. I just didn't take credit for it. Yeah, great place.
I told you about Stu Leonard's on Barstool Breakfast.
Yep.
And then within like a month, you were making videos with Stu, and I wasn't invited.
And this is where the hatred comes from. I can't be held responsible for how likable I am. Like, that's the whole thing. Like, Clem went through a million times, nothing. I went in there once or twice. Now I'm buddies with him. He got me the vest. Remember, I got the vest. I got the Stu Leonard's vest. I had to make one for Clem, except he did it with the Stu Leonard's logo upside down, and he spelled his name Clam.
He got a personalized vest?
Yeah, I got a personalized vest too. I'll get you one. I can ask my guy. I got him on the cell phone now. I don't know what it is.
You have Stu Leonard's number?
I do. I have Stu Leonard's and his daughter's number. She's a Somalia. You know?
Oh my God!
Yeah, I'm in with the family.
Just that Balls is like, yeah, you got Stu's number.
There's not many people I love more than Stu Leonard. I mean, he's a fucking icon.
What is it, like Billy Joel, Hootie and the Blowfish, and then it's like
Stu Leonard.
Have
you been to Stu's?
Yeah, it's an amazing place. Yeah, Farmingdale.
It's the best, man.
It's really just a nice environment when you go in there. It feels.
I go whenever I have a car in my house. I go just for fun, and I go with nothing on a grocery list and just buy random shit. Just 'cause it's so fun to walk around.
What do you get there?
What's your favorite Stu Leonard's item? Yeah. They have a lot of good ones.
The grapes are fantastic. The chopped up watermelon's delightful.
What?
The tzatziki sauce is
Those
great.
are the ones he's leading with?
Well, Stu's, if you've been
chocolate milk?
No, of course, if I've been there. Come on,
Stu's
Balls.
is a journey,
Don't talk to me like
I'm going through the journey right now. Like, first you get the fruit. Then you walk over, you see the chocolate milk, and that's, if you haven't had Stu Leonard's chocolate milk. My God. That is orgasmic shit.
The fucking kettle chips are really good.
Kettle chips, that's at the end, though.
Yeah.
And then you go through the chocolate milk, then you're in the steak area, and then the sides area, which is what I get every time I barbecue. To impress people, they make crab meat stuffed mushrooms. They're fucking insane. Throw them on the barbecue.
What do you mean to impress people? So you pass them off as your own?
No. I always say Stu makes these fucking sick crab meat stuffed mushrooms.
Uncle Stu's got this killer recipe.
So then, that's in the chicken area, the side area. You go back by the deli. The Greek area, it's where I get the tzatziki. And then you go to the fish area. I've gotten the fresh clams before. I've done a little clam action last summer. And yeah, everything was just so good. The lobster, I eat the lobster roll. I eat their sushi. Their sushi's phenomenal. I had their sushi last night.
All right.
I asked for one item, not your shopping list.
The best item is the chocolate milk, and the sushi is underratedly very good.
They smoke a beef rib, like a gigantic brontosaurus rib too. That's very good. The cookie milk around the holidays, where it's like the sugar cookies dipped in milk, and they let them just like dissolve in it. It's very good also. I'm going to Stu's on the way home. Yeah. I think the ice cream thing, like I don't know how many points
the
do you have.
ice cream.
How many points do you have on the Stu Leonard's app?
I don't count my points.
What do you mean $100 ice cream?
I think you spend $100 to give you free
spend $100, you get a free ice cream. Don't say you think, because you know that's true. And if you go on to Stu Leonard's, you would see how many points you have. I have enough.
Balls. You don't have Stu Leonard's points as a person who used to scam Chipotle at a burritos growing up?
I have 10 free ice cream cones.
You spent $1,000 at the fucking ice cream shop?
I'm $34 away from having 11. Right?
Yeah, I mean, currently the only establishment that I do the rewards points on is my liquor store, my local liquor store.
Checks out.
That's got to be pretty high, too.
$100 a week.
Yeah. You're $100 a week?
Well, I mean, sponsors aside, like, what's the balls go to?
Yeah, I think we know. Okay. A few boxes of High Noons and some vodka.
Tito's? But no Amsterdam vodka?
I love New Amsterdam vodka.
I know. I get that's that too. What I have too. All right, so is Large off the hook of
I'm telling you, I'm not even angry over the hook.
Well, wait a second. I'm going to settle this right now. Large, could you use your connections with Uncle Stu to when Lenny gets married, because he's a huge wedding guy now, to get Stu Leonard's to cater his wedding some way, somehow?
That's a promise.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
I love you, Large. The best I can do.
I love you, Large, and I love Stu. There's no animosity.
We should go together. I'll introduce you to my guy.
I would love that, honestly.
I'll get you.
I'll tuck my tail between my legs and I'll meet Stu through you. I don't care. I have no pride.
I appreciate it. So now you feel better?
Yeah.
You feel good. Now you're going to meet Stu.
I would love to meet Stu. I was really watching a Stu commercial this morning on News 12.
Really?
Yeah.
You watch the news?
I watch News 12 every day. Like when I wake up, I throw on News 12 like I'm a depressed housewife. I just throw on the local news.
Before we get into some sports here, me and Za went on Terrence Ross's podcast last night, and the man, Terrence Ross hasn't heard himself shit since 2003. When do you
what does that even mean?
Yeah, what does that mean?
Like he goes in, puts headphones in and blast music or blast whatever video he's watching.
Since the Bush administration?
Yeah, like he has not listened, and he was like dead serious, right, Sa?
Oh yeah.
He's embarrassed by the sound of his own farts.
No,
or something?
he just can't. He just doesn't like hearing it. He has it also like he has like the best facilities ever. Like the NBA gives you like the bathrooms.
I could understand that one.
How old was he in 2003?
That shit.
No, that's
so he's unbothered by the smell of it, but the sound is
where he draws the line.
He said the smell is already something. The sounds is like it blows him away.
I don't know.
Either way, he doesn't like the sound or he doesn't.
He hates
I think there's nothing funnier than a fucking a good solid fart sound.
Yeah.
Not saying when you're sitting in the bathroom taking a shit by yourself, if you fart, it's not like funny. You know what I mean?
No,
that's not what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, but I get where he's coming from. Like, I don't like being in an airport bathroom and people just letting them rip. I find that very uncomfortable.
Yeah, he won't.
In your own house?
Yeah, but my own, like, you got to deal with it.
But he won't. He will in his own house.
This man probably has a bidet shooting water up his asshole, and he can't even hear the sound of himself farting.
No, but you're talking 2003. I mean, he's probably in middle school at that time, tops. So what's he doing? He's listening to his Zune on his headphones?
His iPod
so
Nano.
What's 2020? So it's probably 2005. You said 15 years. So around 2006, 2005.
Even so.
So it's still the same thing. And he's 30, so he's 15.
15.
That was pretty good.
I've never seen a bunch of guys that are so anti-shitting before.
No,
no one's anti-shit.
No, actually, I don't like it.
The sound, the feeling, everything's the best.
It sounds like Terrence is anti-shitting, not us.
If you're in the office, you just blast.
No, I don't take shits here. I do occasionally if I really have to. And trust me, I make sure I'm very much secluded. And I don't even want to say this, but sometimes I go up to the really secluded third floor. But in the old office, I used to go to the fucking 9th floor. That was nothing.
And Balls used to like go in my Philly room all the time and just shit while I'm sleeping.
Well, that's because there was other people in the other bathrooms. I'm not a public shitter by any means.
Another thing we were talking about is that I'm going to go a little conspiracy. Then we'll go to some NASCAR, some college basketball, and baseball. But so I brought up a good point last night. So aliens, we're talking about Zaw saw aliens back in the day. Everyone knows that story now. Do you think aliens are in Antarctica? Do you think that these movies tell us that that space is in, like, everyone's in, like, the aliens are in space because we're like, oh, we don't know anything going on in space. No one's going to check it out. Like, we barely know what's on the moon. We can't even find out what's on Mars. And they also tell you in Antarctica, like Santa Claus is on the North Pole. Don't go there because you're going to get in the bad list, and no one wants to check it out. So they're underground. There's an underground world in Antarctica.
Do they discourage people from going to see Santa Claus?
Yeah. You can't go see the North Pole.
Isn't the big thing that there's Nazis in Antarctica?
What?
That's a big thing. That's a big
well,
conspiracy.
there's a theory that there are Nazis down there developing alien technology with the aliens.
Potato.
Exactly.
Maybe. I think it's a...
This is a good 420 theory to throw around.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was macro dose. I mean, you ever see the movie The Thing?
No.
Where they... not the new one. Those horseradish. The Kurt Russell one. Great movie. They dethaw a spaceship that was hundreds and thousands of years old, and the Thing comes back to life. Who's to say that can't happen?
No, you're right. It isn't. But the thing is with me is that these movies... If there was this one guy that went to Antarctica, a scientist, and he started, like, really digging into the ice and going down this little hole, and they stopped him. And, like, the government, like, shut him up, like, brought him to the White House, like, you really need to stop trying to go and do this and expose things that people don't need to know.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. And, like, we're too, like, lazy and, like, oblivious to things where it's like, oh, and, like, they'll throw out on the news now, like, oh, yeah, this is a UFO is in Chicago. Or
See, I definitely think the government's hiding shit in plain sight, but I don't know if it's necessarily aliens. You know what I mean?
That's just one example, I think.
Yeah.
I think a lot of things that we see that are like, holy shit, like, movies make it crazy, but it's just reality.
Oh, I definitely think something's coming because...
Dude, people
are starting to be more disclosed now.
Things are more disclosed. People like outing people now. Everyone's trying to get canceled now. Like, David Dobrik's getting canceled. That guy, whoever's clean gets canceled easily. I feel like you're too clean, you just get canceled nowadays.
Well, I think he was probably canceled, rightfully so. I don't know near.
No, he was. It was canceled rightfully so, but I'm saying he was always like, he does no wrong, and then all of a sudden.
You mean it's the people that appear untouchable that usually are.
Like you can't cancel Dave because he literally lives his life on the internet.
Right.
And, like, he doesn't lie, he just tells everybody everything. But regardless, what do you think about the number one guy going to Gonzaga? You care at all?
What do you mean, do I care? Why would I
keep
care?
seeing the headlines. I got a question. Why does everyone keep calling him a fucking unicorn? What does that mean? Like he's one in a million?
No, I think he's super tall.
He's 7'1", 190 pounds. So
wow.
I'm 185 pounds, and I'm skinny as shit, and I'm only 6'3".
Isn't that what we used to call Porzingis? We used to call him unicorn.
Yeah.
But
he could also. So he's 7'1", 190, but he could dribble, he could shoot, he could dunk, like he could do it all.
I'm not sure I understand the comparison to a unicorn though. Like
because he's
tall
like
and lanky.
Very rare.
It's like he's a rare player. Yeah,
rare
I guess that makes sense.
That was pretty.
NBA players are like.
I mean, listen, you're the idiot here. Don't try to spin
No,
this.
I'm not. I'm getting smart in my days now.
I don't know. I mean, that math equation was pretty good, but other than that.
That was good. What were you saying?
I don't know. I said NBA players are like shockingly skinny when it comes down to it. Like Embiid's
They are
only like 250, 260. You should think that he's like a stacked 300.
I know, but like watching this Chet guy.
Chet Hanks?
What are you doing?
I was looking at that stuff. I didn't realize the stuff's behind me. I'm looking at it through the TV.
But yes, his name's Chet too. Terrible name. Absolutely terrible.
Is he also
name.
a Chester? Is that the official Chet shortening?
No, I think it's
because Chet Hanks is Chester. I think
it's just Chet.
Really?
Today, Pick Central is sponsored by NASCAR. We have a huge NASCAR weekend coming as the NASCAR Cup Series makes a return to the biggest and baddest track in racing. The Talladega Superspeedway for Geico 500, and the Barstool Sportsbook is here to help you get in on the action. I know Spider is a big NASCAR guy. I want to talk to him about it. I personally am leaning to this weekend's winner, Martin Truex Jr., 16-1.
Wow.
Yep. And I also know that Chase Elliott is looking solid this year. He typically finishes in the top 10. That's not a bad 5-2 type of bet. So make sure you go and watch NASCAR on Fox at 2 p.m. Eastern. The Talladega Super Speedway race. Go to the Barstool Sportsbook app, and it has all of the odds on it. So, Spire, tell me a little something about NASCAR this week.
Yeah, so listen, I know probably a lot of people are like, oh, NASCAR, that doesn't meet my fancy, whatever. This weekend is one of the races that you're going to be watching. This is like one of the 4 crown jewel events of the season, I would say. Talladega is one of the biggest tracks. It's a super speedway, meaning they're going to be on the fucking gas the whole time. All gas, no brakes. It's super fun to watch. And basically, yeah, like it's on a short track, they'd be on the brakes, and there's only certain spots where you can pass. Not here. You can pretty much shove people out of the way. It's all about aerodynamics. Whoever has the fastest car, finding the holes like a fucking running back. It's really fun. It's really fun to watch. There's definitely going to be some big crashes, aka the big one. The driver you may or may not take, or you may hate, may get wrecked out very early on.
So this is a big crash course.
Oh yeah. Yeah, like think of the most like crazy NASCAR wrecks you've ever seen. We'll probably get something close to that this weekend.
Okay. Are you a NASCAR guy anymore, Glenn?
Why would I not be? I enjoyed NASCAR. We watched them race a few months ago. I've been to Charlotte Motor Speedway. It's a beautiful place.
Charlotte's
I heard
awesome.
Going to NASCAR is like
one of the most underrated things. I mean, I know I'm not even big on drinking, but I know a lot of people love drinking. The fact you can just load up a cooler and literally BYOB of whatever you want into pretty much every racetrack there is insane.
Yeah, one of our new hires actually was telling me that he recently went to Alabama at school, and he was telling me how crazy Talladega is. It's just a great time. Fun time. Everyone like hangs out in tents and stuff.
Yep.
Just tailgate city.
The infield is also massive, so in between where the track is, everyone brings their RV in there, camps out, gets fucked up. It's unbelievable. A lot of fun. So I'm looking here at the Barstool Sportsbook, and Denny Hamlin is the overwhelming favorite. He's plus 650, which is the lowest odds. Most of the other drivers are plus 900 or higher. Denny Hamlin is a beast at super speedway tracks like Daytona and Talladega, so he's one to watch for. I got to hit up Westy. Maybe we can get him boosted even higher than plus 650 all you NASCAR fans listening.
Get him boosted for the boys.
Yep.
And, make sure to watch NASCAR, 2 o'clock, Fox, on Sunday. Are you live streaming?
Yeah, we will be live streaming, so tune into that as well. We'll be in the gambling cave. It will be me, the Dougs. We got the unit fellas, hopefully Quigs. We'll see. We'll see who all makes it. But definitely, like I said, if you're going to watch a NASCAR race, this is the one to watch. There's going to be madness. There's going to be mayhem. And there's great odds. So check out the Barstool Sportsbook. Take a flyer on a driver, and we'll see what happens.
I love it. All right, let's get to some baseball. Smith, tell me something. What I am. So as a fan, the Yankees right now.
Bums.
Bad for us.
Well, I mean, you got Jay Bruce to retire, so thank you very much for just forcing out one of the nicest guys in the game.
The best thing that ever happened to me. Spiders DM'd to me like right when it happened. It felt so. I think it's going to rejuvenate the team. We got Mike Ford coming to the Yankees again today, who should have been here since he slimmed down. He's a yoga guy now. My biggest problem is that I saw even say we're paying Aaron Hicks and Corey Kluber $21 million. That's
Aaron Hicks has no business being in a batter's box, let alone in the 3-hole where she was for way too long.
So I talked about that a little bit too. I think it's like the Yankees are just so stupid. They like, he's a lefty. We need a lefty in the third.
Well, you're saying the Yankees, they obviously have talent. At what point is it not the Yankees and Aaron Boone is just a fucking moron?
I'm would gladly fire Aaron Boone.
Oh, yeah. I don't think that's a question. I think most Yankee fans probably feel that way right now.
Bro, after a game, he's like, got some good swings. The team will be all right. Like, when they got – Aaron Boone, got after him once. It's like, dude, Joe Girardi would have fucking lost his mind on this team already. And
you know what I'm tired of, Marty, is these fucking people saying this is the best team we've had during the offseason. We got guys like Brett Gardner. We've got veterans like Corey Kluber. Get Brett Gardner the fuck off this team.
Whoa.
The funniest thing is, Spider,
I'm a Yankees legend.
Spider,
enough with that energy.
But wait,
watch your mouth, young
enough
man.
with that energy.
He's got a statue of Monument Park.
I'm usually on your side, but he's not the problem right now.
He's not the problem, but the problem is that we thought that was going to be enough to get it done. Well, all these other teams are out there, retooling their whole entire team, and we had fucking Corey Kluber, who I got a better arm than right now.
I know. I mean, our ERA right now is a 6.5 without Garrett Cole, and it's just infuriating to watch.
Does anybody want to make a public apology to one White Sox Dave who came at Corey Kluber?
No,
not yet. I mean, it's not time yet. It's got like 3 starts.
He was very accurate with his assessment that it's not. He didn't say he was a bum, but he said he's not going to be the Corey Kluber that he once was. Obviously.
Well, I mean, that's not like doesn't take like a crazy take, Bill, where he was.
No, but Hubs' reaction was a little intense.
Yeah, I 100%. But it's also like
I protect my livestock, and White Sox Dave is under my wing.
But he's been hurt. Like Kluber's been hurt. It's like saying like Jameson Taillon being like, hey, like give him a little bit. And that's also what's troubling right now is that the Yankees only have Garrett Cole, and our number 2 technically like really is Jordan Montgomery, and that's not good. And we have Severino coming, but like he hasn't pitched in like 3 years, so I don't know what the hell that's going to be.
He might not be the same as he was.
It's a whole different energy from these teams. You know, you see these players get off the bus. Tyler Wade's flexing in front of the team photographer wearing his $2,000 Kith shirt. Like, get the hell out of my face. Get back to basics here. We're 5-10. We're 5-10.
My favorite thing. The easiest job in America, I think, is being a sports team social media person. All they all do.
That's incredibly offensive to like all the people that work on the social team here, right?
Sports team. All they do, our social people actually like know the content and do the sports people, like the Yankees Instagram. All they do is catch them coming off the bus and taking a picture, like a little video of them, and they just wave. That's it.
You know who's one sports team I would like to compliment that actually, this is going to sound shocking to you, but if we're talking about social media sports teams, the Islanders are pretty fucking good.
They're good. No,
they make like like paintings before every game. They're fucking sick.
Certain teams have.
I think one of our old guys now does that. Brosh is one of the Islanders guys, and they're very good.
Intern Brosh, great guy.
Yeah.
Who's that?
He's a former intern of mine.
Oh, nice.
Help with the Philly golf outing.
As much as I fucking hate the Islanders, playing them tonight, but they do some good stuff.
At what point did the social media take a turn? Because I only remember like up until maybe 3-4 years ago, like the Sixers social media was one of the first to really come out and like at least attempt to be relevant and funny. Everyone else is just straight by the book reporting scores.
It's interesting because like the Rangers too. The Rangers are probably the not winning wise, of course, but they're like the Yankees of the NHL, where they're like very stern, I guess, like boring. And now they're trying to get into the funny game, and they're still not that funny.
Yeah, you need a unique mind to really think about it.
Yeah,
and do it.
Yeah, I mean, Big Cat also makes fun of like all of them. Like when they lose like 17-2, they just be like, lost 17. Like you got to make a joke out of losing. That
exactly.
Bad, you know what I mean?
Until it happens every night.
Yeah, once it happens every night, you just gotta be like, all right, we suck. Literally say we suck.
Yeah,
just make fun of yourself.
But then that's when some old head comes down and fires you.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I don't know if I'd like it. Because, I mean, seriously, like we always made fun of the Yankees. It's like the guy just stands there and takes a picture or, like, says a video, and Aaron Hicks, like, goes like this.
I mean, let's be honest. The Yankees currently suck the sweat off a dead man's balls. Right, Spider?
That wasn't nice.
They're still a favorite to win the AL.
No, they're not. They can't
saw it today.
Really?
They are. Yeah. I said I don't really know how, because, honestly, I just don't think their roster is like that good to be still
Their
favored.
over-under at the beginning of the year was, what, 95.5?
That's just dumb.
They're like still the overwhelming favorite to win the fucking AL.
What you just said is dumb. You cannot say their lineup is not like they're underachieving. They're not playing great. They are bad baseball players at this moment, but their lineup's unbelievable. If you look at that lineup,
I mean, I'm not a Judge guy, and I'm not a Stanton guy. I don't like any of them.
Well, I mean, that's a little
problem.
bias there.
Okay.
What do you mean? Okay, you can't.
They have like undoubtedly a star-studded lineup.
Score some runs, get some wins.
Yeah, again, their stats are not where they need to be.
You
They're
said
not
like
playing
you
how
don't
they
think
should
their
be.
lineups that like is impressive.
I think some of the players are overrated. Yes.
You think Aaron Judge is like completely overrated? You think Urshela's overrated or
You're a Mets fan, right? What happened to the Conforto versus Judge talk?
The fuck was our Conforto versus Judge talk?
Yeah. When was there?
It was fucking
That's
Judge
all
and Alonso.
I heard on Twitter from your little fans, all your little brother fans.
You fucking guys.
I want to introduce our newest hire. Tell me if I'm wrong, Mr. Rags. MrEx.
Put some
This guy.
respect.
Come on.
Some Michael Buffer head ass.
Did I say? Correct me if I'm wrong. He corrected.
You did. That was nice. And I've honestly gotten Mr. Ags, and that one to me, I'm like, what
Mr. Ags.
Yeah, I'm like, what are we doing?
So MrEx, how's? So I knew you were working with Smitty,
right?
Doing the announcing of the all those tournaments, and it was electric. How did your journey get here? Explain to everybody who you are.
Yeah, so it was a pretty crazy time that was almost coming up on a year now. So what happened in 2020, right? COVID hit, Warzone started taking off, right? Video games taking off. I've been streaming since 2016, like right out of my college dorm room. And at first, streaming was not something cool to do. Like you didn't really tell anyone you did it. So that was, 5 years ago. And then fast forward.
It's still almost like you're playing video games.
Oh yeah.
And like I know people always will say it, but like it's like literally the biggest thing happening.
Right.
Now, so.
And the funniest thing was when I explained to my parents, I'm like, "Hey, I'm playing video games, and there's like a camera on me." And they're like, "Are you wearing clothes?" I'm like, "What do you think this is?" They thought it was like an early grade OnlyFans. No, but
Yeah, when I first started blogging, and it's still that case, my parents and grandmother would want to look up on the TV where my columns were. Like, okay, sorry.
Some things will never change in that respect with like generationally. But so Smitty and the team had open tryouts because they had one spot open for an MFAM Gauntlet, which is like Nick Merckx' tournament, big shebang. So I submitted my stats in, got a chance to play with Smitty. Nothing turned out of that invite and that tryout, but Smitty said, "Hey, anytime you see an opening, like join us, play, hop in." So that next Friday, I'm not sure if you're a gamer or not, Marty, but
I'm not, but I kind of know what's going on.
So do you know like the gist of like a Fortnite or like how it's like a battle royale? One person, like you go in, one team comes out alive. Yep. So Smitty and I joined a game with two other individuals. That was actually White Sox. Dave started it, and another guy named Dapboy T. Matt.
Does he still stink?
Oh, he's terrible. I love Dave. He's terrible.
Literally or physically?
Both, very much.
Yeah. I mean,
he's bad.
He eats out of a trough. Of course, he's gonna.
I'll get right back to you in a second. In Chicago, me, Rico, and Eddie. I had to drive White Sox Dave car home because he was too drunk, and so.
So it was a normal Tuesday morning.
Tuesday, and we're driving, and we're like, Dave, what is that? What is that store? It was like, what's that big bullseye? It was Target. And I'm like, what is that? He goes, you guys don't know what that is? Like, no, never heard of it. And then the entire weekend we convinced him we have no idea what Target is. He goes, oh, you guys got to go there. They sell meats. You can get some clothes. 3 days he thought we didn't know what Target was. It's like the biggest fucking store in America.
Yeah, and somebody who's picking up his meats at Target would be one to realize that some people don't know what Target is.
He's the best, though.
He is really the best. He's great.
Best.
He's incredible.
Keep going.
So we ended up getting 2 wins in a row, which at the time was, I don't even think you went back-to-back at that time, General. And then Dave actually had to hop off to do a radio show. So we got a fourth player, that was Himikane, and we ended up winning 6 more in a row, so 8 wins in a row in Warzone.
World record.
It was insane. It was borderline world record.
Yeah,
but
world record if you don't look up, facts.
If you don't look
reality.
Right.
Of course I was a part.
If you don't fact check it, it's a world record. Yeah.
I was a part of it until the one guy, Himikane, decided to put me in right field in Verdansk and say, hey, just go out there and sit there and look at the door.
Sounds like a smart play on his part.
It was till it wasn't.
It was, and then it backfired. So, but ultimately from there, I hosted my own tournaments. Smitty and the team, they wanted to do it here at Barstool, so that's how I kind of got my chance to get my foot in the door and been casting ever since. And finally, yesterday was my first full time.
Good shit.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Congrats on being here.
MrEx has been a grinder, a true renaissance story for anybody who's ever looking to get a foot into Barstool.
Literally.
Don't talk about it, be about it. And for a full year, MrEx has been doing stuff and working and absolutely grinding his balls to the bone.
I think Mush is the only one in here that hasn't played or streamed with MrEx at this point.
It's true.
Glenny, myself, Smitty,
Facts.
obviously have all been on stream with MrEx prior to him joining the pirate ship. So let's go.
I'm struggling to get my Xbox to turn on my TV.
Well, you're still playing on
Marty.
that like TV that was taken off the freaking bar room at Cheers.
I have moved. I'm in Jersey now. I got a new TV. That TV was unbelievable. That's my gaming TV. It was literally, I think it was 17 inches. It was awesome. But yes, so once my Xbox gets like, I can't get the HDMI and you know what, put it together to get it onto the TV.
It's the easiest thing.
Is it the new Xbox or the old
insanely.
Xbox?
It's Xbox One.
So you take the HDMI, you take the HDMI cable.
Yeah, but one of them Xbox has,
you can't be playing on an Xbox 360.
No, it's a One.
Okay.
One of them has a HDMI in and out, so you're probably plugging it into the one.
Can I FaceTime on
the one all the way to the left?
FaceTime me.
Love that.
I'll be the gaming tech guy.
I'm an NHL guy. I'm a fantastic NHL player.
I like Joe.
I will make you. We play a thing. If you win by 4, you have the loser has to call their aunt.
Oh.
Because like it's one of those aunts you don't talk to for a while, and they're like they freak out and they like talk to you for 45 minutes because you don't talk to them since like Thanksgiving. But yeah, congratulations to you.
Thank you, Marty.
You're a Yankees fan?
Big Yankees fan.
Yep. Yeah, we're going to get off that topic because it pisses me the fuck off.
That's fair.
I'm going to leave it at the Yankees of this. Kluber stinks. I think Taillon's going to be okay. He's been out for a while. I think Devi Garcia, I don't know why they're not like letting him pitch. I don't understand that. He was good last year. Let him go. Domingo Germán, obviously, bad person. I think he's a bad pitcher again. The lineup, Aaron Hicks stinks. I think he's a righty. I don't think he knows how to hit lefty.
He doesn't even swing the bat.
I don't think he knows. Yeah, and usually the Yankees we could blame it on like injuries. Or we have 2 injuries right now. One, Voit would help. Like we do need our first baseman and Britton, our bullpen's the only good thing we have right now. So the Yankees are just pissing me off. 5-10 is just unacceptable. Like our 16th game is a must win.
Yeah, that's outrageous.
Yeah.
I mean, I was like, that's outrageous because I had such high hopes coming into this season, and it's like, is it the curse of Aaron Judge's new teeth? Like, what is it?
I know.
You know what I mean?
New teeth too, and it's been a bad year.
Can't trust people with new teeth.
That was unbelievable when he said he had no idea.
No idea.
Teeth. No. I actually I'm finally coming out with my documentary of Travis the Chimpanzee. It's coming out probably next week or 2. I looked at my teeth. Man, those was some snaggletooths. Those were some bags, man.
It's character, though.
Yeah, it was some character. But now thank God. All right.
Now you look so hot, bro.
Thank you. I love you.
Okay.
Now what's your, now just talk to me about the Mets.
I don't really want to talk about the Mets. I mean, where do we we're in first place right now? I think we're 7-4.
Yes.
Can't complain. We suck. We've been horrible, and we're still 7-4, so I'm taking that. We have not been hitting well. Pitch has been great. We got Carrasco coming back. We got Syndergaard coming back in a month or so. So, yeah, the Mets fuck, and we'll see you in the World Series.
Yeah, well, you're going to have like 100 doubleheaders coming up.
And we've been doing well in the doubleheaders.
That's also – the doubleheaders are crazy. But the Dodgers are not – you can't beat the Dodgers. No one can beat the Dodgers.
Everybody can beat the Dodgers.
No. I really don't think anyone can.
It's baseball.
Anyone in the major league.
It's baseball. Anybody can beat anybody.
No one. I haven't seen a team like this in so long. How do you win the World Series and get 5 times better?
Sign a Cy Young product.
I fucking hate him.
And re-sign Justin Turner some way, somehow.
I can't stand Trevor Bauer.
Why? What did he do to you?
He's so annoying. Every little thing he has to talk about and come out about in his vlogs and all his shit, and he's doing the McGregor off. He does
a brand, bro.
He does like cool things like 8 years ago. Like when he came like the Harambe cleats, like that was so long ago.
Him launching that ball to center field after he got taken out of the game, though, that's like an iconic baseball.
That I like.
That was incredible.
He cares.
He also hasn't had an ERA under 4. He's had an ERA under 4 2 years. Just 2 years in his career.
ERA isn't everything. I'd still take him on my ball club.
It simply is
for
everything.
Matt fucking Moore.
ERA is one of the biggest things in the world.
I take WHIP over ERA any day of the week.
That's cap.
It just is what it is.
You know, speaking of old shit, that I forgot which pitcher on the Phillies had it last week when they were playing the Mets. One of your pitchers still wears a fighting necklace.
A what necklace?
What a throwback.
One of those fighting necklaces.
Those things were. It wasn't supposed
I
to
forgot
give you,
which pitcher it was. He was a starter on the Phillies last week. I can't think of
Wasn't
his
that
name.
supposed to give you energy?
And he still wears one. He
Dude,
still pitches with
I used
one.
to wear those things
Like,
all the time.
Are you sure it was a
such
starter?
scam.
I think
Such
it was
a
one of the
scam.
guys that started one of the doubleheader games.
I wore
Let
the
me look.
shit out of it, and then
And
you were
he
allowed to
still
wear it
he
because
still was wearing it.
you could like
Was
rip
it
it
Nola
off, right?
or Matt Moore?
Let me look.
Chase Anderson? Yeah, you're gonna have to look.
It might have been Chase Anderson. I feel like it was a long name. But I was watching it, and I'm telling myself, is that fucking guy wearing a fight necklace right now?
Fighting was unbelievable, dude.
Hey man, if it works.
Yeah, if it works, that's like a baseball
pitched
thing
well
too,
last
like
night.
Superstition to just like keep doing that.
Turk Wendell used to brush his teeth in between innings and give up game-winning fucking home runs during innings.
Are you happy with the Phillies right now?
No, I'm not happy with the fucking Phillies.
Why not?
They are who we thought they were, which is sad because they are just a 500 ball club. People are getting on Joe Girardi a little bit, which is surprising. Yeah, Philly Sports Talk Radio, which is full of the antithesis of blowhards, are turning on Joe, which I think it's a little early for that. But they're supposed to be able to hit. They ain't hitting. Outside of Nola, a few starts from Zach Wheeler and Eflin, they ain't really pitching well. The bullpen, which is shockingly the best part of the team after last year, having the worst bullpen since the goddamn dead ball era. They are what they are. And it's a shame. They scored two runs 2 nights ago. Aaron Rolls' complete game. And then last night, they get nothing against the Giants. Absolutely nothing.
You still like Bryce Harper?
Bryce Harper's the only one like really hitting the ball consistently. He's hitting like 330.
I know. I remember when people just don't like good players anymore.
Yeah, I prefer it, honestly, if Bryce Harper instead of hitting 40 home runs, hits 30 and keeps on bunting down the third base line for singles and doubles. If he laid down to bunt a game,
such an old bag.
If he laid down to bunt a game, he would be batting
bro.
750.
Yeah, you're the worst type of fans. Yeah. Bryce Harper, don't hit 40, bunt down third.
It's an easy bag.
Yeah, easy bag.
No, but he is one of the few ones swinging the bat well. They're going to be okay. They're going to be in the playoff race, but unless they really do something, especially the 4th and 5th starters, and center field is a bit much. You can go out there right now and put on a better performance at center field than these kids.
Center field's tough.
It's tough, but fucking A. The Phillies have the longest streak of games without a hit from their center fielder in Major League Baseball history right now. How is that even possible? Mickey Moniak was the number 1 overall pick, and I like the kid. He's a big stoolie, and I want to see him do well. He's brought up and expected to perform a little before he's like ready. And it's like, okay, he had a good spring. Let's see what he has. Give him a chance. Mush, he's 0 for 12 with 8 strikeouts. It's like, wait, what are you going to do? You're going to ruin his poor career.
He's consistent.
Mush, I mean.
Not wrong. He's got the yips.
Runners at first and second, nobody out yesterday. He can't even fucking make contact to the right side. I mean, just put the bat out there. Move the guys. Give a little confidence down your sack. And he can't do that.
I will say one thing. I didn't think I would miss Didi Gregorius.
You didn't think so?
He's like the heartbeat of the team, though.
I didn't think I would miss him this much.
Fair.
Because I thought Torres would be able to make the transition and play short. He's a terrible shortstop.
Didi ain't doing too hot either.
Yeah,
he's bobbling balls. He's got a little bit of the yips.
Now the Yankees don't have someone in the clubhouse like that was just like a fucking glue guy.
Just fun.
We have Brett Gardner, who's an old piece of shit, in my opinion.
Trust me. I like Didi a lot, especially as a left-handed bat and a clubhouse guy. Compared to last year when he was looking for the contract, and granted he only got 2 years, he's looking older this year, and you can tell.
Yeah.
Especially at short.
It's just terrible when you don't have fucking shortstop, and Torres is just like, it's not easy to move from second to short. People think it is. It's not. Like, it's moving from left to center. It's just not. It's a totally different angle. It's totally different everything. It's just frustrating to talk about baseball.
Torres came up a shortstop, though, no?
Yeah, he did, but then he moved to second for a while, and then he just stinks at it. I think he's got the yips. And I have to ask you a question about hockey. I haven't watched a single game of hockey.
Yeah, what do you want to know about?
Rangers.
So the Rangers season, he's the taxi goalie right now.
He's not.
He played. So we had Igor Shesterkin, who's our number 1 goalie. He got hurt a little bit, and Keith and Georgiev, the other regular backup, were playing back and forth. And Keith did play pretty well for a little bit. But now that everyone's healthy, he's back to taxi. Because taxi squad this year, you need a taxi squad goalie because of coronavirus. Mm-hmm. So he's taxi squad in it. And yeah, I mean the Rangers season is going. This is going to sound stupid, just about as well as it could go, all things considered. We're 4 points out of a playoff spot. We've had some crazy drama. Had a fucking Vladimir Putin kind of throw a wrench in the season. And, what? We had Tony D'Angelo shit. That was horrible. We had Vladimir Putin sideline our best player for 9 games. We went 4-5 in that span. And if we won 2 of those games, we would have been in the playoffs right now.
Like Putin?
Putin, yeah. Artemi Panarin came out against Vladimir Putin, and they framed him that
Oh.
That whole thing.
You can't come after Putin.
So he was worried about his family. He didn't play for 2 weeks. He missed 9 games, pretty much. And, we went 4-5 in those 9 games. And since he came back in those 20 games, we have 5 players in the top. We have, 3 players in the top 5 scoring in the league. And we have the second most points in the league since then. So, Putin kind of fucked the season.
Yeah, I think Putin can take down anybody if you
literally
wanted
anybody.
Kind of fucked.
You say Dave's uncancelable? Like, you don't want to start a beef with Putin.
I mean, Putin's the best athlete of our generation.
Alleged. Well, Kim Jong-un.
Putin's scary,
18
man.
holes and ones?
Oh, yeah. Putin had like 14 goals.
Riddle me this. Jeff D'Lo, of all people, is scoffing at me because I shot a 34 on Pirate Island when I was 14. Name was on the whiteboard all summer. I shot a 34 on an 18-hole mini golf course. Jeff D'Lo is scoffing at that.
Yeah, it's kind of trash.
Like what? The 34 or Jeff D'Lo scoffing?
No, 34.
Yeah, I mean you guys are just
no,
amateurs.
I'm really not.
You're amateurs.
34 is average.
You go out today and hit 2 hole-in-ones and the rest 2s on a mini golf course, you're winning that ball game any single day of the week.
We have a lot of mini golf hardos at this country.
What the that you saying that's not a great score is the antithesis of being a mini golf fucking hardo. What's the matter with you? You're just assuming that you're not hitting a 4.
I gotta think about. I'm trying to think about the. So you're at 18 times 2 is what?
36.
All right, that's pretty good.
Thank you.
I haven't broken 40
right,
in a while.
it's Billy.
That's why I hear 30, 34, 36. 34.
Name was on the whiteboard all summer, MrEx.
That's impressive, General.
So you literally just got a hole-in-one twice and rest 2s.
Well, I got 1-3. So 3 hole-in-ones, 1-3. But it's about saving. If you get a 2 every single time, you're going to win.
All right. I also don't see Jeff D'Lo being the best mini golf guy.
But the fact that you scoff at that, like, who do you think you are?
Can we usually just have a mini golf off? I would love to watch that. That's something I'd watch.
That's something that's
we
in the
need to
works
bust the whole
summer.
company.
I would definitely tune in
course.
to a Jeff D'Lo against Smitty mini golf
and listen to this, Jeff, because we were talking about it with like Kirk, Jeff D'Lo, Frank, Gay Pat. And,
are these all the competitive mini golf guys
that want to come out there?
Okay.
Jeff D'Lo's already sandbagging it. He wants it in his home course in Connecticut.
He's got a home course.
Jeff D'Lo.
Unbelievable. He actually told you, like Spider, he dropped your name.
Yeah, it's a great course. Shout out Hidden Valley in Southington, Connecticut.
By the way, Spider,
bullshit.
Connecticut's opening, right?
I don't know.
That shit today. It's crazy stuff.
What do you mean it's open? Like
Corona? May 19th, they're just opening.
Really?
I saw it today in the news.
Like, are they like Texas and like
No,
Mississippi where there's no
I
mask?
saw they're taking off all the restrictions at the bars, and and the bars can decide for themselves.
All right, before we get into our picks, I want to talk to you about Stable Duel app. It's finally a horse racing has a contest worth playing. Stable Duel brings more action with its fantasy style game where you can play against others for big money payouts. It's just like fantasy football. You can select your stable team of 10 horses and watch the points rack up. There are also daily games with big cash prizes. It's easy to use even if you're new to the sport. I know horse gambling and horse racing and horse betting is tough, where you have to do like exacta boxes. You have to do all these crazy things and you sound like an idiot going up to the window. Stable Duel makes that easier for you. You just create your team, watch the points stack. It's just like fantasy football, so it's easy. So download the Stable Duel app now and start playing right out of the gate. That's STABLEDUEL app, and go download that now. I know Spider loves that app.
It's a great app. I mean, I love all things horse racing.
It's fun seeing the points rack up.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go through my picks right now. Do you guys have any picks for today? It's probably not gonna show up. I told TJ don't worry about it, but do you have any picks yet?
I'm sure.
I'll go first.
Yeah, go first.
I will go first. I'm gonna go to my because Rico. Everyone just gone. So my picks today are the Nets -2.5, Dodgers -1.5. The White Sox money line after the White Sox got shellacked yesterday. And the Yankees money line -129 because I am addicted to the Yankees betting. I also have a stat. Has Rodon pitched yet?
He just pitched a no-hitter last week.
Yeah, since the no-hitter?
No.
So I asked Ebo, he said the last 12 no-hitters, the start after, oh, fuck, that's not good.
He read the
it's a
stat
letdown
wrong.
game.
No, it's like a good stat.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be a shitty one. It says your no-hitter stat. Last 12 no-hitters, the start after averages 6 innings pitched, 1.97 ERA, 9.24 Ks through 9 innings, 0.91 whip, and 8-4 straight up against the spread. So that means we got to bet on him again.
I mean, Musgrove went 7 last night, 2 earned runs. Pretty good.
And now I think that was so I think you would think it's a letdown game, and it's not. I'm going to see when he's pitching. Glenn, you got any picks?
Rodon's pitching tonight.
He is?
Yeah, 6-10 against the Indians.
That's why I bet him. Holy shit. All right. Smart by me.
Yeah, I got 4 hot picks tonight.
Let me bring them out.
I got first inning no runs in Tigers Pirates, first inning no runs in Giants Phillies, and first inning no runs in Twins A's second game, and then the New York Rangers straight.
I mean, are those the most predictable balls bets of all time?
I never bet my own teams. You don't want to bet my own
But
teams.
what about? Wouldn't you want to bet the no innings, no runs first inning in the first game instead of the second game because they're already been warmed up already?
No, because I just read the BEC pretty much. So the BEC is balls already Clem bet, and I prefer to spread it out. So we did the second game of that. I think
so
the first game is at 6:30. So obviously, if that loses at 6:30 before the other game start, that kind of sucks.
Yeah.
So,
all right,
10 p.m.
Sure. Yeah. Anyone else got any picks?
Yeah, I got one. First of all, Mush, your boy Evan Longoria, he's what, 65 years old?
He's a great guy.
He's a great guy. He's 65 years old. He's batting third for the Giants. That lineup is full of bum.
But let me see something. Evan Longoria is batting 300 with 4 home runs, 90 RBIs.
They're not doing bad, but that lineup is full of bum. And they're facing the Phillies again tonight. Zach Wheeler is coming off of a few starts after his Cy Young performance, second game in the season. We got a bet with Smitty on the Barstool Sports book. Zach Wheeler to throw over 6.5 strikeouts. Giants to score under 1.5 runs in the first 5 innings. And the Phillies to win, boosted from 300 to 350. I like that with the exception of, the Phillies to win. I think Wheeler absolutely deals, and they have a possibility to lose 1-0.
And the Giants just won 2-0.
And the Giants just won 2-0. I feel pretty confident with that plus 350. Not to mention, bet with Smitty Mush, 2-0 streak, all plus odds.
Really?
So, I might not win my money shots, but I know my team. I know them pretty well, and I feel very, very good with Zach Wheeler on the bump tonight.
I'm looking at this lineup. So, Spider, anyone, tell me if you know who these people are. LaStella.
Tommy LaStella.
Yeah, I mean,
know
Angels
him.
guy.
Beautiful.
I know him.
Yastrzemski.
Yastrzemski, Longoria.
Carl's grandson.
Brandon Belt's still in the league.
Brandon
Cleanup.
Belt he's fifth. No, he's cleanup. He's cleanup. Dickerson.
Is that
He's
Corey
Dickerson?
No, it's A. Dickerson.
Yeah,
no.
Corey Dickerson
No
bats
idea.
leadoff for the Marlins.
Slater.
Josh Slater.
Nope. A. Slater.
AC Slater.
Brandon Crawford, obviously. Casali, I've heard. And Goss. That's not a great lineup.
How do they still have
that's
Crawford?
the Giants' MO.
And
that's how they always win.
That lineup's 10-6.
Yeah.
How do they still have Crawford and Belt?
I'm surprised
How are
fucking
they
Cody
still on the
Ross isn't
Giants?
coming in and belting home runs for them
The
still.
fact that Crawford hasn't gone anywhere is crazy. Longoria, good for him, man. Batting 300.
Yeah, I mean he's
And he gets to
not
live in
doing
San
bad.
Francisco.
He's
San
65.
Fran, he chills and he just opens cards every night. He goes live on Instagram with these other guys and just opens cards.
It's a
every night.
much better stadium than the Trop too.
Yeah, no one wants to play the Trop when you're 30 something. That's
He's
Trop.
35. What do you mean? Don't
Is
say
he
35.
35?
He's 35. Yeah,
Is he?
I think so. I looked it up. I'm like, how is he batting 3 volts? No.
What a place the Trop is. You guys ever been to the Trop?
No, have you?
Nope.
You know, I went one time. I went the last weekend. They were the Devil Rays. They
Really?
played the Yankees. Yeah.
You put the Devil Rays to rest.
It was sad. There was 3 people with signs outside, just praying the Devil Rays
literally
would go.
3 because no one.
I touched
goes
one of the
there.
Devil Rays in the.
That bugs me
tank.
out when people do that. It's so slippery.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I'm a pussy when it comes to animals. That's one of the things I'll touch.
Why did they get rid of the devil?
Satan.
I thought.
Because it's literally the animal.
They should have changed to the fucking manta rays. You ever
Was
seen a
it
manta ray? That shit is insane. But the Tampa Bay manta rays is quite a tongue twister.
Was it because of Steve Irwin?
I think
No.
maybe.
I think it's because
so.
they just didn't want to be associated with
Like Devil?
yeah,
Because now isn't it technically their sun rays?
yeah. Like their logo
is technically sun rays.
Their logo is like a ray of sunshine instead of like a manta ray animal.
Have you guys ever seen a manta ray?
They're enormous.
You guys got to check them out.
They have like
really
wings.
Giant.
I saw one at the Georgia Aquarium a few months ago. They are fucking insane.
Did you go by yourself?
They got little faces too.
You love going by yourself.
underneath them.
I did go by myself to the Georgia Aquarium a few months ago, and it was great. But the manta rays, dude, that's an animal to behold. They're probably as big as this room.
So before we end the show in a couple minutes, I want to talk in depth about your wedding.
Yeah, it was fun. What do you want to talk about?
I want to talk
how the whole process came about.
No, I know the process. Did you feel weird wearing khakis and a button down?
So here's the thing. Once I got to the hotel and I was getting ready, having a few shots in my room, the nerves did set in. Obviously, as you're going to a place with people that you don't know. I will say the wedding invite said semi-formal, not totally formal. But, I mean, I felt bad wearing that. Of course, it felt like an asshole wearing it. I got a lot of tweets being like, oh, this fucking slob can't go anywhere near my wedding with that. This guy fucking Louis the Legend tweeted out. Fuck you, Louis the Legend.
Call him out.
But
I love that.
What do you call? I packed to go to the Barstool Classic for 2 days, and I packed clothes for a wedding.
I agree with you.
So, yeah, I went, and I was a little worried walking in, but everyone was honestly too nice. Everyone was so accommodating.
That's good. That's nice.
Everyone was so welcoming. I mean, also it was kind of weird. My table 9, I was with those mutants at table 9, and they 9 people at the table. There was 4 married couples with kids and me.
Did they say anything to you? Like, hey, like, who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
Who, the married couple?
No, like the people at your table.
Luckily, they knew who I was. Like, one of the husbands was asking me about, like, Sunday conversations and shit.
Oh, okay. So
and the wife knew, too. So they were nice. One of the wife gave me a bite of her fried chicken.
I saw that in the tweet. Can we talk about that?
You're sharing food?
I honestly just sat down, and she was like, you got to try this fried chicken. It's so good. I was like, I would love to.
And she cut you a little bite?
She did cut me a little bite.
Which is amazing, because I heard the salmon haters were furious.
They had salmon haters. Dude, the salmon haters were insanely furious. The salmon was so good. There was some sort of green like pesto sauce with it. Some I think roasted red peppers or sun-dried tomatoes. Fuck. It was great. It was fantastic.
That sounds great.
It was really good.
What was the jam of the night? What was the song?
Honestly, it was more like new music. It was more like playing Bruno Mars and shit, as opposed to.
You didn't get a shout in you?
I don't think there was a shout. No.
That's blasphemous.
Abomination.
There was no shout. I mean, honestly, the band didn't play for too long because the maid of honor and bride's mom did give a speech for quite some time. But yeah, so
you were upset with that.
Yeah, I mean, I would have liked to cut it up a little more, but I was fun. I found a little.
How long are we talking?
It was like probably an hour combined.
How drunk were you?
It was long. It was really long. But yeah, no. Luckily, you guys know what was happening. I found a table of young people in the back, right next to the bar, so we were all just hanging out back there, drinking a little.
Kids table.
Yeah,
like Johnny Drama.
Was there?
I mean, not the kids.
Bar mitzvah.
After party.
There was. We all went back to the hotel lobby. Got a few drinks there, hung out. So yeah, I guess there was.
Were you staying at the same hotel as them?
No, I wish I was.
Oh.
I was at the Hyatt. They were at the Avalon. I bought the cheapest one.
Spider, I feel like you're a great wedding goer.
See, I'm kind of like Balls. I saw Balls catching heat for not going to that many weddings. I think I've been to like 2 weddings at this point in my life.
You know what? So I always made fun of him too for it.
Yeah.
So none of my friends have gotten married yet. But I have a huge family, so
I have a very small family.
I have
a small family too. Like I have like 3 cousins that I like talked to.
I legit have I think like 42 cousins.
Yeah, 2 cousins.
First cousins.
First cousins?
Yeah, it's crazy. So I have
one first cousin.
So like I have so many. So like now like they've been getting married, so I've been there. But like I guess if I didn't have that family, one of my friends would like do that. So yeah,
I feel like we're both at the spot where though our friends will both start getting married relatively soon.
Yeah, I'm pressuring my friends to just fucking sack up and propose already because I want to go to a wedding.
How old are you?
24, turning 25 in August.
Okay, and you're 25?
Yeah.
Spider?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's coming soon.
You'll not only get this wedding, but you'll get the second wedding of theirs like 10 years from now.
Of course. I mean, I'm happy to go to anyone, wherever, because it was fun. So yeah, I
but wait until you get like 7 weddings in a summer. You're like, fuck this.
It gets a lot.
It's like money, and then you're like friends with all of them. You go to their bachelor parties, and if you're in it,
yeah, because you see the same people over and over.
Ooh, I gotta go to a bachelor party. Let me complain about that.
7. You know how much money that is?
Why don't you sack up and have some real problems?
That is a problem.
I mean,
you know I'm right.
Ball. Some people are able to go on the Dave Portnoy Classic show and be, given X amount of bets.
Yeah, it's also true.
To just throw away as chump change. other people, like the mush here, some people got to, save
up.
up.
Pockets are dry.
What does that even mean?
That shit gets expensive when it's all like 7 weddings in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that I mean, how much do you give a wedding?
Usually you're bringing someone. It's like around.
Whoa! How much did you leave as a gift here, Balls?
I left 100. I think
that's the
minimum. That's the minimum.
But that's a good gift for someone that's like wasn't really invited. True. That's like it's a good 100. I don't even know you guys. Well, thank you to this fucking crew that we had.
Oh yeah, thank you,
last
Marty.
minute. So
Thanks for having me on, guys.
Yes,
same.
congratulations to you.
Thank you, Marty.
Yeah, that's Pick Central. I don't know who will be back tomorrow. You never know at these places.
Catch
I'm
Talladega
back tomorrow.
this
I'll be
weekend.
back. I love you, bro.
All right, sounds good, boss. Love you guys.